I'm ready.
We're live.
Welcome back.
What
language are you doing it in this time?
No. I'm going to do something new. I'm going to give you some lyrics and see if people can guess it in the comments what song I'm singing, but I'm not singing it. So the lyrics are, life is one big party when you're still young.
Don't know. You going to give me the answer
I'm
or
not going to give it away.
no?
I'll give it next week.
Oh, is someone going to have to comment?
Someone comment, yeah. Yep, comment it, see if they get it, and then I'll announce next week what the song is.
What was it again?
Life is one big party when you're still young.
Okay. All right.
And don't Google it.
No idea.
That's cheating. That's cheating. That will.
I was thinking about looking it up.
That will give it away. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Welcome back. We had a good week 10.
Very good week 10. Yeah, you had a great. Well, no,
I
because
didn't.
I gained one back.
Yeah,
you had a great week 9.
I did.
Yeah.
Week 10, my Commanders and myself took a little bit of a hit.
Off to the L. Off on the L. Back-to-back L trains.
Yeah, and
against two very, very good playoff teams. They're going to be in both teams should make the playoffs, barring a absolute collapse. And I mean, looks like the district just couldn't beat the state of Pennsylvania. That's all it was. State of Pennsylvania. Yep.
What are you gonna do?
Yep. You couldn't beat the top, probably the best defense in the league, arguably. And then last week, and then this week, just yesterday, tough beating that grind game that Philly's got going, especially when you got Barkley. Yeah, especially when you got Barkley in the back.
Yep.
Dude's an animal. Absolute animal.
But we're going to start with week 10. We'll start with the Thursday night game from week 10.
Yeah.
Bengals and Ravens. What a game.
I was in attendance.
Thursday night game of the year.
It was an amazing game. Tough start for the Ravens in the first half. But we figured it out. More than halfway through the third quarter, we figured it out. You were getting live updates from me.
You were texting me saying, bet the house on Cincy and the under.
I was.
I'm glad I didn't do either one of those.
We were so bad the first 40 minutes of the game. First 40 minutes, we were absolute hot garbage in the middle of July. Out back of a Chinese place. Like, it was absolute horrible football to watch. And then all of a sudden, MV3, LaMarvelous.
Well, once the Ravens got that turnover,
that was big.
I knew that was, I'm like, all right.
That was huge by Humphrey. That was huge. Yep.
And then they went down and scored, and I'm like, all right, we got a game.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So.
I will say this. My fantasy team was made from that game.
Jamar Chase?
I had Jamar Chase.
There you go.
Like 77 points.
Yes.
I also had Lamar. So 35 points.
So you had over 100 with just the Thursday night game.
Yep.
That's got to be a new record.
And then I also had Mark Andrews.
Ooh.
Who had a touchdown. So, I mean, I essentially won my fantasy matchup Thursday night.
You didn't have to worry about Sunday. You should have benched the rest of your team and just be like, can you beat those 3?
Exactly. I mean, the guy I was playing, I'm like, dude, they are my team.
Yeah.
After that, like, I don't have a good running back.
Okay.
I don't have, any other big-time players. I'm like,
yep. What's your record right now?
6-4?
6-5?
Or 5? No.
This is week 11, so you're 6-4.
6-4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Got a shot at the playoffs.
Fair enough. There you go.
Thinking Yoffs.
There you go. I got Lamar in my league as well.
Mm-hmm.
I got your boy B Rob.
There you go.
Who is, whenever he's playing, I get a touchdown.
Automatic touchdown.
Automatic touchdown when he's not hurt.
May not get you a ton of yards, but he's going to get you a touchdown.
He's going to give me a tutty. Yep. My running backs are actually, besides having Lamar, my running backs are my strongest position. I have Jonathan Taylor, who's almost always good for at least 90 and a tutty, and Mixon, who's having an amazing year, 100 yards and a tutty. And then, like I said, B-Rob. And then receivers really fall off. I bet the bank on Chris Olave. He was a very early pick. I do have a good tight end, Kittle. I got a really good tight end. Got a good defense, San Francisco. They get me some good points there. We don't do kickers in our league. We do 2 flexes. So I have Amari Cooper, who I was very hyped about when he got traded to Buffalo, but he can't find his way back onto the field. Maybe this week against Kansas City, hopefully, because he could be a big factor in that game. Actually, he's the factor that I think if he does play, I'm taking Buffalo over Kansas City. But we won't know until they won't release it till Sunday at 12 o'clock. And then that's about where it starts really dropping off the table. Like Alex Pierce is my next high flyer, and he only gets the ball when Joe Flacco's playing.
Yeah.
So he's either putting up 15 or he's putting up a donut. So,
Yeah.
And then I got picked up Noah Brown from the Commanders. Just like I said, every time I pick up a receiver like Olave, he gets murdered.
So our theories on fantasy football are completely different. I always go heavy receiver. Like I always get my first. So I'm that guy that I will normally pick quarterback first or something.
Okay.
To throw.
But it depends on who the
quarterback. If I get Lamar,
I'm saying,
or something like that,
that's 25
like, hey.
points a game. How are you not going to take that guy?
So I'll do that if I'm, But if I have one of the top picks, like I think I did Jamar Chase, and then my second pick was Lamar Jackson.
There you go.
In that draft.
There you go.
So, don't think I could have done much better than that.
So it honestly, to me, it really all depends on the year and where my draft pick lands. If my draft pick is in the top, because we got a 12-man league, if it's in the top 6, you're going to see me heavy on running backs because I'm taking a top tier running back in those first 6 picks. I'm not, I've done Jamar Chase one year, and I can't deal with the streakiness sometimes. Like that game where he had 1 catch for 14 yards or whatever.
It was also in the beginning of the year when he didn't
even have a contract.
Didn't have training camp.
Didn't have training camp. Didn't have a contract. I had a shot at Justin Jefferson and skipped it. I was terrified. I didn't know what Sam Darnold you were getting, and JJ McCarthy, he was a rookie.
Honestly, right now, that's not looking
starting
great.
to fall off now.
Yeah.
Now the first 6 weeks, you look like a genius if you took him 9, 10, 11, or 12, which I know a buddy that did, and he was looking like a genius those first 6 weeks. And every year, me and him have a side bet. Whoever has the best regular season record, $50, just between me and him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's almost just about conceded. He goes, if you win this week, he goes, you have it, because I'm 8-2. So yeah, so best record, third most points overall. So like I said, I feel like this is the best team in totality that I've ever drafted.
Wow.
And also picking up free agents and stuff like that. I feel like from top to bottom, this is the best total. And then the fact if I still had Chris Olave putting up the numbers that he put up last year, I would be even more dominant.
Yeah.
So
think about Cincinnati. They should have paid Jamar Chase this offseason.
That's what somebody said. Somebody said you should have gave him the Brinks truck because now he's going to win 3, and he deserves it.
And is Cincinnati even going to be able to pay him?
Does he leave? Is this like a big middle finger to them? Like you didn't.
I don't think he wants to leave Joe Burrow.
You did. I don't know if he's leaving Joe Burrow. He's leaving.
He's going to Jaden Daniels if he leaves.
No.
LSU?
No, he's not. Not happening.
You don't think so?
No.
Where would he go?
No.
We've got the cap space.
Yeah, y'all do. I can see Jamar Chase doing something stupid like going to Dallas or something. CeeDee Lamb's not happy.
Then why would he be happy?
Because he knows Jerry will pay him. That's all he wants.
We'll pay him.
He wants to get paid.
We'll pay him.
Will you?
We'll pay him.
Will you? Will they?
I guess we'll find out.
Defensive-minded head coach?
We need some receivers.
Yeah, but you're going to overtop Scary Terry like that? The man who stuck around through all the mud and the grud?
He's already paid for the next couple years.
Not like a Jamar Chase pay.
No, not like that, but sorry.
I don't know. I don't see you guys hammering the bank for one wide receiver.
I wouldn't mind it.
I know you wouldn't. No, I know you wouldn't, and I'm sure Jaden Daniels wouldn't mind it either. I think your guys' money's going to go more towards O-line, building that up a little more to help out the run game and to protect him more. I think you guys do go out and get a receiver. I don't think it's a Jamar Chase.
It'd be
Unfortunately,
nice.
it would be amazing. Any team would be happy to have him, but
Yeah.
I don't think that happens. And then you guys reinforce the defenses. As much as you love the guy and as good as he's playing, Bobby Wagner is 34 years old.
He's got
You got
Yeah.
to know when that clock is getting ready to run out on him. He's probably still got another year, maybe two, barring any injuries, of still being one of the. I would say he's probably just. He's still in top tier, but he might be.
I think we had him on a 1-year deal, maybe 2.
But I
I'm
think
not
he
sure.
sticks around.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't see
I think
why
he likes
wouldn't.
Dan Quinn. You know.
Yep, and I think I guarantee he's got to be one of the big leaders in that locker room, for sure. So. What happens when we film at my office? Come in here and sign a non-disclosure, sir.
Let's get some of that Zach Bryan NDA money. That's some crazy stuff.
$12 million to keep your mouth shut, and you say no. I guess she thought that she gonna make more getting on all these shows. I mean, you figure you tell these pay me $1 million, I'll spill the beans. I'll save every one of you. No, I don't think she'll do it either.
But
which is even crazier.
In the
world that we live in,
yeah,
she is that much of a saint. Wow.
I don't know. I'm not in my element there.
Hey, she ain't a hawk. She ain't a hawk to a girl. I can tell you that.
Oh man, this is really taking a left.
Yes, sorry. Go ahead.
Man, he's coming back.
Go ahead.
I bet he's looking for Dan Larimore.
We're good. Yeah, he might be looking for Dan, the insurance man.
All right. Next, we had Giants at Panthers.
We both called that one.
We both had Carolina.
I told you the bet that I made that morning. Doc got up a little early. I'm like, let me throw a little something on the Panthers and the unders. Boom.
Good game.
Very good game.
So
actually ended up not being a stinker. It was a good game. Yep. Well fought. They had some good offense and then even better defense.
Yep. So we both had that one. Next, we had Patriots at Bears. Man, the Bears suck. I don't have anything else to say on that.
I like Gruden's take. Did you see that on Barstool?
How about John Gruden being hired at Barstool?
That's what I'm saying.
What a great combination.
What a move.
That is incredible.
They asked him, so Big Cat, huge Chicago guy, he asked him, he goes, what do the Bears need to do to he goes, this season's done. Like, he's already chalking up this, which in that division you kind of have to. He goes, what do we do from here to make sure we don't already start losing next season? And Gruden's like, you need to get the heart of your team in with management, in with the coaches, and you all need to get behind this young quarterback. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't, you will waste his career. He goes, and they need to do it now. Not at the end of the year, not when OTAs start, not now. He goes, do it now. Finish the season strong, build this kid up, get him more experience, and be ready to come back next year.
And I think also where you were going with that is he said, would you take Drake May or would you take Caleb? He said Drake May. Mm-hmm. He's like, I think Drake May is 5-star. Stud. So that says something.
Yeah.
Did you see him grading all the different personalities?
Mm-hmm.
That was
hilarious.
Hilarious.
When he made Jersey Jerry do a vertical, I almost pissed my pants laughing.
My God.
He goes, "Did you see that landing? Failed. Get out." Like, good Lord.
Oh my God.
That was great.
Watching him Mincy, what do you do here?
Yes. Yep.
Because that's always been the thing. Nobody knows what he does.
Yes. Yep. He's just there.
But anyway, I think that's a great combination. I can't wait to.
There's going to be so much great content from that.
He was on the stream as they stream watching the game and everything.
Yeah.
He was on that last night.
Him just watching the Phillies guys lose there. He's like,
it's hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Because you're looking at a guy he was a master at his craft when he was there, and here you are, just a regular fan who maybe played a year or two of JV high school football.
It's hilarious.
And you're saying stuff to a man who's been in the industry 20, 30 plus years, won a Super Bowl, you know what I mean? And he's just looking at you like, what's wrong with you?
I just like being around people that love sports, man.
Yeah, yes. Yep.
What a crazy combination.
Yes. But yeah,
sorry. It's awesome.
Didn't mean to cut off week 10.
No, yeah, we're going.
That was I felt like that was the point because that one of the out of all the stuff that he did, that was one of the big things that I saw that I was like, he's always going to be a coach.
Yeah.
He will always be a coach, and that was his mindset.
Dude, I'm fascinated with that too. I think it's just a hilarious combination.
Yes.
So,
yeah, I think that's going to create amazing content. Dave Portnoy just increased their value another $500 million.
And then, did you see Jersey Jerry was able to smell his cologne?
Yes,
pick that up right away.
Yes.
Oh my god,
something is wrong. Like, he is hilarious. Something is wrong with him, though. Yep.
But anyway, on to Cincinnati. But we had the Bills at Colts. We both went Buffalo.
Yep.
Buffalo won.
Yep. Little closer than some people may have thought. Joe Flacco did not look good. Three interceptions and a lost fumble. One was a pick six. And the Colts were still in that game up till really like the fourth quarter, and that's when Buffalo just ran away with it finally.
Yep. And then we had the Broncos at the Chiefs. Chiefs find a way to win.
Always.
I think we said they wouldn't cover, right?
We did. I'm sitting there in my parents' living room. My brother had a 3-leg parlay. He took a 1 o'clock game, a 4 o'clock game, and an 8 o'clock game. His 1 o'clock game was Kansas City. I'm sitting there, and Denver's lining up for the field goal, and he turns around and looks at me, and he goes, "You believe I'm already going to lose this parlay?" I said, Kansas City is the luckiest team in the league. Those were the words that came. You can ask him. Next time you see Colin, ask him. I said, Kansas City's the luckiest team in the league. Boop. He just turned around and stared at me. I'm like, and then what's worse, I get right on Instagram and Bleacher Report Betting's already got up a guy went and put $100 on Kansas City money line with 30 seconds to go. Like right before they scored the touchdown, or when they were up. No, it was like right before they scored the touchdown to go up on Denver. He put $100. It was plus $1,200 for Kansas City to win money line. He put $100 and won $1,200 because of that blocked field goal. I was like, just wasn't fast enough. Got to be a little quick. Got to be a little quicker than that. So, but yeah, and he went on to win his bet. He covered the other 2 legs.
Good for him.
So, yep. But anyway, yep.
People love to hate Kansas City.
It's easy. It's very easy to do.
I'm not as big a hater on them as the rest, but I'm not a Ravens fan.
You know what pissed me off?
I haven't.
You know what pissed me off? Taylor Swift BS. Mahomes' brother, all that BS. They've done a good job of getting him out of there.
Yeah, he's gone.
She ain't going nowhere.
But does she really? What is
every game she gets announced on Red Zone? Why is her name on Red Zone? He's sitting there.
Might get some of the Swifties to buy Red Zone,
bro. They don't need it.
Big picture.
Yeah. Next you're going to start seeing a little scan code in the bottom right. Buy Taylor Swift tickets here.
New Eras tour coming to your town.
Oh,
but anyway, next we had Atlanta at New Orleans. What the fuck?
I don't know anymore. That's Vegas saying we need our money back this week.
I will say, I said maybe New Orleans gets a bump from having their coach fired.
You did mention it.
Should have listened to myself.
You did mention it.
Atlanta is not a consistent.
They're not. They're consistent enough that I still think they're going to win the division.
But that's not saying anything.
But that division, no, you're not saying anything in that division.
The Bucs deserve to win that division, but they...
Unfortunately, they are not going to have them. Well, if Mike Evans comes back, that offense is worth at least another touchdown. At least.
And they can stop the run.
They can. Their defense is still strong.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Don't sleep on them as a wild card.
We're getting into that late time in the season where running the football and stopping the run. I know we kind of talked about this last time, but that is,
it's becoming the new
and that's what
again.
But for them to go on a streak, they're on their bye this week, I think, and then
finally, I think, they finally get one.
And then I think they could.
They're saying Evans is tagged to come back after the bye. Yep, that he possibly could have played this past week, but they would have rather given him the extra 2 weeks of rest with the bye.
So I wonder how big of a lead Atlanta has on that division. Game or two?
I think it's at least 2 games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe we'll see what happens there.
That could come down to the last 2 weeks of the season.
But that goes into our next game. We had San Francisco at Tampa Bay. Both had San Francisco closer than we thought.
Yeah. I mean, look what
Baker
Baker's
keeps
done.
it close.
Baker took Kansas City into overtime.
Stiff arming and then arming Bosa and still made that throw.
Yep.
By the way, did you see Bosa doing the sack dance and doing like the Trump?
Yeah. Oh, that was.
He wasn't the only person. There, college football players were doing that.
Yeah, there were a lot of them. Yep.
But anyway, this is not a politics podcast. Then we had
Americans.
the Steelers at the Commanders. Almost.
Discipline lost you that game. Right?
I mean, a lot. Yeah.
You could say a lot of other things, but literally the last play, discipline lost you the game.
But were we going to stop them either way? I mean, who knows?
Guys did pretty good the first 3 quarters this week.
Yeah. So I think, again, it goes back to, 2 dominant defenses, Pittsburgh and Philly. Philly's not dominant on defense, but their defensive line can be dominant.
Pretty good, yeah.
And we struggled to...
I mean, okay, would you rather lose the game by that, going back to Pittsburgh, would you rather the Commanders lose the game by the Steelers getting the first down by running the ball through you guys or by jumping off sides?
Yeah, jumping off sides.
You'd rather lose the game that way?
I mean, no. But,
okay, I was going to say, we have much differing opinions.
But then you go, what happens if they didn't jump off sides? But anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That's what happens. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So either way, though, I personally didn't think they were going to beat the Steelers or the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. You did say that, but you went with them because
I'm a ride or die.
They're your boys. That's your team.
So
your heart was there. Your mind wasn't.
I essentially gave you 2.
Oh,
so charity case.
Thanks.
But
charity.
I think they did some good things. They did some bad things. Mm-hmm. We'll move on. Then we had Minnesota at Jacksonville. Minnesota pulled it out.
Barely.
You had Jacksonville.
Yep. You can tell me. Yep. I knew that they were going to keep it close. And that was without Trevor. I didn't know Trevor Lawrence wasn't playing.
I didn't either.
He didn't get bumped out till Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
And now he's gone for the year because he went and got surgery. But I had no clue, and I said, watch Jacksonville.
Oh, he's done for the year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, They went and got a surgery or something.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure.
I have no idea.
Yep. Great sportscast we are.
Right. Breaking news.
Yeah. A week late.
Next, we had Titans at the Chargers. We both had the Chargers. Then we had Philly at Dallas. We had Philly.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys suck, and I love it. They're going to get their ass kicked again this week, too. There's just no hope there, and I could not be happier about that.
Do they have their first round pick next year?
Probably.
All right. Well, they might fall into the top 10 at least.
I
don't know who they need a new coach. I don't think it has anything to do with the staff that they have. I mean, Dak is more than enough capable of an NFL quarterback. He's not the guy they want him to be. He's not the 50 touchdown. He's not the 5,000 yard guy. He's a 3,500, maybe 25 touchdowns, maybe 30. You need to run the ball. You've gotten rid of Zeke Elliott when he was in his prime. And then last year they let go of Tony Pollard, who might put up 1,000 yards on the worst offense in the league in Tennessee. You think that just only CD? That's all you need is CD Lamb. That's
Dak,
it.
Dak is a better passer than who I'm about to compare him to, but they need to use him more like Jalen Hurts. He can run,
I don't
and
think.
if you go back to his college days, he was a runner.
I don't think he's tough enough to do it.
I think he is. I think,
That says a
but
lot. You saying that about him?
I
Wow.
maybe I shouldn't say
No.
that.
That,
I think
that would hurt.
I think they need to use him a little differently,
Mm-hmm.
but
So new coaching.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, I agree.
that makes my point. But I love to see them suck. I fucking hate the
It
Cowboys.
is fun. It is fun.
I hate them.
It is fun. Yes, it is.
Then we had the Jets at the Cardinals. We both had Arizona. Man, the Jets.
You thought about Jets.
Thought about it, but I'm glad I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we had Lions at Texans. Jared Goff, 5 picks, and they still find a way to win.
Still get the dub.
So
they're too good of a team, top to bottom.
Yeah. Are the Texans in trouble?
Not in that division. They'll still come out on top in that division.
Yeah.
But they're going to have a one-way exit in the playoffs. They'll be the 4th seed. And whoever whoever it's going to be Pittsburgh or Baltimore is going to have one of the wild cards because one of the other ones got to win the division. And then Buffalo's winning their division, not going to have a second team out of there. Kansas City, you might have Denver as the other wild card. And Denver's become
they're feisty.
Bo Nix is getting his shit together.
Yep. And that defense.
Tough defense.
Maybe not against the Ravens, but everyone else.
Not many people say they had a tough defense. This week will be a telltale for
us. Then we had Dolphins at Rams. I went Rams. You went Dolphins. Good for you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was a rock fight, like you said. Like I love that analogy that you use all the time. It was a rock fight, and it was a pick'em. Yep. I think that the Dolphins are going to play spoilers through the rest of the year, and
maybe sneak into a wild card.
Maybe. I think that, I mean, obviously the team that they're chasing, they're not catching Buffalo for the division. Sorry, not happening. The team that they're chasing is Denver.
And if they sneak into a wild card, I think they beat the Texans.
Oh, I think they can beat the Texans too.
But they wouldn't be the ones that would be playing. They would be playing, what, 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Or 2? There's only one first round.
That's right. There's only one first now. Yeah.
So, but anyway, on to this
there
week.
7 teams? Is there 3 wild cards now?
Might be right. I'm not sure.
So there's your 3 wild cards: Denver, Miami, and then it's either going to be Baltimore or Pittsburgh.
I think so.
Because I'm pretty sure there's an extra one. Because yes, there is only one bye now, so you have to have 7 teams in order.
What about the Chargers?
6. They're fighting with Denver. They don't have as good a record as Denver right now. Denver's 2 in that division. Pretty positive. Pretty sure it goes Kansas City, Denver, Chargers, Oakland. And I pray for Vegas that I keep saying Oakland. You know what I mean, Raiders. I pray that Vegas drafts a quarterback because, good Lord, or an O-line, one or the other.
Chargers are 6-3. Denver's 5-5.
My apologies. Okay, so the Chargers then. So you got it. So you're gonna have a. So all right. So there are your 4 teams fighting. Well, I'm sorry, none of those. So you got the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Dolphins. And who else did I say? Baltimore or Pittsburgh is going to have one of the wild cards locked up. So you might as well take that off the table now. So you'll have 2 other wild cards. And your teams are Miami, the Dolphins, Chargers, and the Broncos fighting. So,
yeah. On to week 11.
Let's rock and roll.
We had the Commanders at Philly.
Yep. Happened just
I
last
took
night.
the Commanders. We put our picks in between the two of us.
Texting. Yep. I had Philly.
You had Philly.
Yep.
I kind of thought Philly was going to win, but I went
Mhm.
Commanders. Hometown guy.
Yep.
Yep.
Had a
And
nice,
then we've already kind of talked about the game, so.
Yep. And I thought he did. Thought he tailed my touchdown parlay. Apparently he didn't. But I hit another one.
I
with
didn't
the
tail
running
that
backs.
one. I had already.
Saquon and B-Rob.
Yeah. I went with the other one, I think.
The wide receiver one. Terry and Devonta. It was Devonta Smith's birthday last night, so that's why I thought they were going to try to get him in the end zone.
Let's see.
Hurts didn't even end up throwing a touchdown last night.
Yeah. Anyway.
And the throwing touchdown for Washington went to the tight end.
Yep. Ertz.
Hurts.
You see that catch on the 2-point conversion?
So another crazy bet out of nowhere, somebody bet the octopus last night and got it. That there would be an octopus in the game.
Really?
And it happened. Yep. That was pretty well. I think I was like plus 400, plus 450, something like that. Now, that's for any player. That wasn't specific play. If it was specific, it would have been astronomical.
Yeah.
But I think it was like plus 450 that an octopus would happen, which is,
wow.
For those who don't know, an octopus in football is the receiver or running back that scores the touchdown also scores the ensuing 2-point conversion. Hence, octopus 8.
It had to be more than plus 400.
Maybe I read it wrong. Maybe it was. He didn't put a lot of money
Either
on it.
way.
It wasn't a big payout.
Yeah.
I think the guy threw like $5 on it, but to guess that doesn't happen often, you know.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah,
I had Philly.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I had actually made all my picks Wednesday, and I wrote them down just so I wouldn't forget, and I'm standing by them.
All right. Well, we'll start Sunday, 1:00. We got Green Bay at Chicago. I'm going to go Green Bay.
Yeah, Packers.
Go Pack, go.
Yep. Probably covering as well, whatever the spread is. They're probably
5.5.
5. I was going to say 5. Yeah. I think Green Bay covers that.
I agree. Jacksonville at Detroit. Detroit's favored by 14.
That's got to be the biggest spread of the year. It's got to be.
I think there might have been one that was 14.5.
Was it?
Or 15 earlier. I think it was against Carolina or something, I believe.
Probably, yeah. Give me Detroit.
Detroit. Okay. Next, we got Minnesota at Tennessee.
Minnesota. I think Minnesota gets back in the win column.
I'm going Minnesota as well, but I like Tennessee to cover. Minnesota's been playing down recently.
At Tennessee?
It's at Tennessee.
Okay.
I like Tennessee to cover.
Okay.
Then we got Vegas at the Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 7.
Give me Miami.
Yep. All right. Then we got Rams at the Patriots.
Give me Rams. Rams bounce back this week.
I'm going to go Patriots.
Yes, I love that. I love that you are. Good. That's another win for me. You can go ahead.
Then we have Cleveland at New Orleans. This may be a dumpster fire game of the week.
Give me them Saints.
Go
ahead and take Cleveland. Go ahead. I dare you. You took Cleveland, didn't you?
I haven't taken anyone yet.
You wrote me down for New Orleans, though?
Yep.
Okay.
Ugh. I am going to go Cleveland.
Yes. It's 2 games. Thank you. Don't call it a
Next, we got Indy at the Jets. Dumpster fire game of the week as well.
I took and I'm sticking with Rodgers and the Jets.
They're favored by 4.
Discount double check.
Yeah.
Give me the Jets.
Yep. I'm going to go that way as well. Next, we have the Ravens at the Steelers. Good old-fashioned
slobber knocker.
Yep.
Slobber knocker. In the words of the great Jim Ross, it's going to be a good old-fashioned slobber knocker. Go ahead and write Pittsburgh, you asshole. You know you are. You know you are. Go ahead and write them down. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm Baltimore, so go ahead. Go ahead and take them. This one I won't say you're giving me one because this will be a good game.
I'm going Baltimore as well.
Wow! Oh, this bandwagon's getting so full.
I think Najee Harris is banged up. I think Ravens are favored by 3. I don't know. The Ravens' pass defense scares me, but I don't trust Russell Wilson to do it again.
And Lamar's
Lamar.
Lamar's Lamar.
Ooh, this one's interesting as well. Then we got Atlanta at Denver. I'm going to go Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I had, like I said, I had them all written down. So, and
Seattle
I
at the 49ers. I'm going Niners.
Going Niners. Yep. Have not changed one yet.
I'm
Now, I will say this, and you can look at it. I started to write Cleveland and scratched them out. I got CLEV and crossed them out and went to Saints.
Well, you were thinking the right thing.
I was thinking it, but I'm like, I
couldn't act on it.
Couldn't. Nope.
All right.
Nope. I think the Saints are riding a high, and Cleveland is never coming out the mud.
All right. KC at the Bills. Shit. It's in Buffalo.
I'll tell you mine, and you can decide from there. I'm taking Buffalo. Whether I don't even know the Amari Cooper news yet, I'm taking Buffalo. Buffalo gets their revenge. Kansas City's no longer undefeated.
All right. I'm going Kansas City. Just Mahomes.
Yeah, hard to argue that.
And their defense.
Him and D Hop are starting to find something, which is scary.
Yeah.
It's scary, Terry, scary.
And they've got Buffalo's number.
Yeah. Always have.
Then we have
Mahomes has everybody's number.
Bengals at the Chargers. Oh.
Cincy. I got Cincy. I don't. Chargers are good on defense, not great.
They can't score.
Chargers can score, but on the ground, they're not going to be able to keep up with Cincinnati's offense. That's my theory behind this one, behind taking the Bengals. Jamar Chase comes out, has another 100-yard plus game.
You sold me.
Joe Burrow puts up stupid numbers again.
I agree.
If Cincy has a winning record, Joe Burrow is arguing right now with Lamar Jackson for
absolutely
for MVP. If we're looking at numbers,
yeah,
can't put him ahead now.
No, I know.
They're just not good enough. So, but if that record was 6-4 or something like that, we'd be having a much different MVP conversation.
Yeah.
So you cannot fault those two guys for what's happened with this team.
Exactly. Next, we got Texans at Cowboys.
It's Monday night.
Yeah, Monday
night. We're gonna find a place to watch that. We'll be at a conference.
Possibly.
Down for that. Give me the Texans.
All right. That's what I went with as well.
Yep.
Can't pick the Cowboys.
No. All right. I got something really quick for you.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if you saw this or not when I turned it to you, if you were able to read it. My handwriting, I write like a third grader, so probably not. All right, I'm going to give you some stats, and I want you to name who the stats are for. Okay?
You already probably know what it is. It's probably Lamar Jackson stats.
And?
Joe Burrow or Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
Okay. I know the pure passer things. Is that where we're going here?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I know the numbers don't look great right now.
All
right. I'm still not saying I was wrong.
Through this morning, which includes the Philly game last night. Okay? 2,338 yards and a 99.6 QBR.
That would be Lamar Jackson. He's got more than that?
That would be your man, Jaden Daniels. Lamar's stats through the season. Not this Sunday yet. 2,669 yards passing, and a 123.2 QBR.
I wonder what it would have been before the last 2 weeks.
I don't
Last
know
two
if I'd be
weeks
able to
have
find that.
yeah. The last 2 weeks have really brought Jaden Daniels down.
Yeah.
But I get it. Yeah, he's Lamar Jackson is playing at an MVP level.
And respectable numbers for a rookie. 10 touchdowns, three interceptions is huge.
Yeah,
That's a
I think he
huge
had
number.
1 or 2 last night.
Yeah, I think he only
But
had one
yeah,
going into
one.
last night. Lamar 24 passing. This is all passing. 24 passing and only 2 interceptions.
I agree. Lamar is playing at an unbelievable level.
Yeah. So they keep throwing up the look back from last year. Lamar won MVP last year too. Last year to this year, Lamar had through the same part of the season, he had roughly Jaden Daniels numbers right now. He had about 2,400 yards passing. He had a few more touchdowns. I think he had 14 touchdowns compared to 10, and he had 3 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And he had around a 100 QBR, and he ended up winning MVP. And this is what he's doing this year.
Yeah.
With the number 1 rusher in the league, with the number 1 rushing touchdowns rusher in the league, with the number 1 rushing attempts rusher in the league.
You could also argue that makes their passing game that much better.
But you still have to have the ball that much for him to do this.
I agree.
So here was one cool thing. And I'll get off the Lamar train really quick. But I wanted to just his stats this year are video game, right? So I was looking at it, and top 2 passers in the league right now that are ahead of Lamar as far as yards go is Geno Smith out in Seattle and Baker. They're the 2 who have more yards than Lamar.
They've been playing from behind a lot, but
they have.
Yeah.
Well, so have the Ravens.
Well, yeah,
we've had quite a few comebacks. More than 1 touchdown, unfortunately, but we pulled out some of them. But anyway, what my point was that I was at the game last Thursday with my father, and I'm looking up like as they're doing the pregame and all that kind of stuff, and they have it up there: QB passing yards leaders, and they had the number of attempts. Lamar was only 150, maybe 175 yards behind Geno, and maybe 100 behind Baker, with over 100 less attempts.
Yep.
100.
That's
Not
what running
10.
the ball like that allows you to do, because then you can take shots. A lot of it's off of play action pass.
Yeah.
They can take those
Play
deep shots
action's
because the safeties are
nasty.
up.
Play action's nasty with the Ravens.
Yeah.
You got to respect King Henry. You got to. Yep. So what do we got? So 3 different ones? 4? We go 3 different ways or 4 different ways this week?
We have Patriot. I had Patriots.
Okay.
Browns.
2.
Kansas City.
3.
Okay. We got 3 different ones.
And I already got one ahead of you on Philly. So you're up by 3, and you're plus 3 overall on me.
Yep.
So we can either
including last night.
Including last night. So I can either end up tied with you. That's the best I can do by the end of this week.
Mm-hmm.
Or worst I can do is you're up 6.
See what happens.
It's a big swing. That's a very big swing. So, because these games are only going to keep getting tougher.
Yeah. And then we got some interesting college football games this week as well.
Yep.
We have Utah at Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado's in play for the Big 12 championship.
Okay.
Or to make the Big 12 championship game.
Okay.
I had a $2.50 bet for that. For them to make the Big 12 championship.
Yeah.
Or to win the Big 12.
Okay.
I think it would have paid out like $185. I ended up cashing it out last week for like $45 because I think
turned $250 into $45. Congratulations, you're the richest man in the world.
Right?
Like what a payoff. Absolutely.
But I think Utah's a trap game. Then I think they still have to play.
Should have roughly
Kansas
one more game left.
They have 1 or 2 tough games left. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get out of it now.
Yeah. Smart.
So interesting. Shador or Travis Hunter is likely going to win the Heisman.
Good chance.
Probably Travis Hunter.
Probably. Yeah, I think Travis deserves it.
I think he's even money right now.
When's
to
the
win.
last time a guy went both ways full time?
It's been a long,
Very long.
time. And played
up to his level. Yes, thank you.
Or not even up to his level, but played almost every single play.
Yes. Yeah.
There are guys like, what was it, Charles Woodson or some of those guys that would play receiver for a little bit, a couple plays a game, and then play DB and then return kicks or whatever. But
so here's my thing: when's the last time a defensive player won? I think it was Woodson.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he? How does he get recognized? As a receiver, or as a because I mean that's
DB and receiver. I think you put them both.
Is that how it lists? Is that how it would list?
I would think so.
Okay.
I don't know. Athlete.
Yeah, just athlete. Yeah.
Or what does Dion put on their jersey? Dog.
Dog.
Or something like that.
You imagine that?
Like,
that'd be great.
Most,
the Heisman Trophy meeting. What's up, dog? That'd be great.
Then we have Tulane at Navy. Tulane's a 7-point favorite. It's at Navy. Tulane is a 25th ranked team in the country. Navy,
they could use a win against a ranked team.
Yeah. So
if they want to still make that fight, they need this win.
Army's still undefeated.
Yeah.
Army looks good. And then we have Mizzou at South Carolina. South Carolina might be playing the best football of anyone right now. And
except for Oregon.
Well, yeah. But they've really turned it around. So, but that's a top 25 matchup. I think they're both out towards the back half of the top 25.
Okay.
So that's an interesting one. Then we got Tennessee at Georgia.
Oh.
Both are top 15.
What a matchup that'll be.
So
that's got to be the highlight of the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Georgia is right now out of the playoff.
Yes.
So
the last time they put up the board or whatever, I did not see them.
And I think Tennessee's in. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. But yeah, that's all I had really for college football.
So quick question. We'll keep it short. Keep this segment very, very short. I spoke with a former Sooner yesterday. Former Oklahoma Sooner. Oklahoma has LSU and Alabama to finish the season. They most likely need to win at least one to get a bid for a bowl game. Do they do it? Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay.
What do you think?
Much as I love the guy, I think it's no as well.
Yeah.
They do not have the.
Does he think it's a yes?
No.
Yeah.
No. But he's hopeful. You got to be hopeful.
Man can dream.
But yeah, we can all dream. So I dream that Lamar finally wins a Super Bowl.
I thought Maryland might make the playoff this year.
Yes, you did.
And look at us now.
I thought the Orioles would make the World Series. We got swept again.
I also thought the Commanders were not going to be very good, but hey,
that's
look
true.
At where we are now. So,
see?
Let's spin it around a little bit.
The universe will balance itself out.
Yeah. So
Unless
tonight,
you're a Baltimore fan.
Tonight we have one of those Netflix fight. Or this is the first time it's on Netflix.
First time ever. Yeah.
Mike Tyson and Jake. I hate that we're even fucking talking about this. I'm cringing as I say it.
No. I love that we're talking about this. Here's the reason.
It's Mike Tyson.
It's Mike Tyson.
Fuck Jake Paul.
We're in our 30s, and we get to watch a sanctioned. So it goes against his professional record, the ending of this fight. I was talking to my brother. Yes, my brother's been a huge boxing fan his entire life. Like, not even closet boxing fan. You start talking boxing with him, he'll start throwing out names you can't even spell. And it's like, dude, you're making that shit up. You go and look it up, and it's legit. I remember as a kid, and I'm going to give some stuff away here. He's dead, so I know he wouldn't mind me saying it, but my grandfather, God rest his soul, loved the man to death, my idol, had one of the jailbroke old school cable boxes that had the free HBO, the free there weren't really pay-per-views back then. It was you had to buy it on HBO. Channel 13 was HBO. We hooked the box up for the Tyson fight. Channel 13 fight's over. Unplugged, back to the top of the closet it goes. Back to regular cable. Man, I remember that as a kid. My grandfather's whole first floor in his city house would be jumping with people up and down and everything. Because my uncle, he passed away too. He was an amateur boxer growing up and everything like that. And boxing and basketball were his two things. And Tyson was always a huge pull. Like every time he came on TV and everything, and
He's entertaining as hell.
very entertaining. He slapped the shit out of Jake Paul yesterday. Did
Oh
you
my
see that
God,
slap?
yes.
And no one knew why. And he's like, he stepped on my toe and it hurt. He goes, that was a bitch move, so I slapped him.
Yeah. I will say this though, seeing Tyson with his shirt up, I mean, looks a lot better than he did,
Bro,
a couple months ago.
60,
For
60.
58, 59 years old.
I think he's 60.
60?
Yes.
Like,
Would you get in the ring with him?
fuck no.
For $5 million, would you get in the ring with him?
Sure, I'll get knocked out for $5 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's that fine line, people. Okay, if you're in a street fight, you're running. If it's Mike Tyson, if someone says, "I need you to get in this ring with Mike Tyson for $5 million," knock me out, Mike. One swing. It's all you get. We ain't even got to sweat.
I want a nice snap.
Yes.
Put me to sleep.
Yes. Yep. And I can't wait to stand up tonight when he knocks him out and say, he still got it. The hangover.
Just like the hangover.
He still got it.
He still got it.
Still got it.
Oh man.
A few quick fun bets to put in. If you have some free Monopoly money laying around, my brother liked the Tyson winning by decision, or whether it's unanimous or not, is plus 950. What a fun bet. So I put a couple.
Tyson's plus money to win this fight.
I know he is, yes. But if you scroll down to win by decision, it's even better odds, because they're only 2-minute rounds. So, and it's only 8 rounds. There's some fun bets to make with $2 or $5 if you want to tonight.
Mike Tyson to win fight and round 5 to start. Jake Paul to win and both fighters be knocked down.
Yep.
Dude.
Mm-hmm. Fun stuff to look at. But anyway, that's.
Will the fight go the distance? Method of victory. Plus 5,000 and above. Let's see. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff on there.
Just a dollar or two would be fun.
Do you think Tyson's going to win? I'm actually having a hard time deciding. I want him to win.
I want him to win. I don't know if there's a fix in this or what's going on. But the fact that it counts against his record, I think he's bringing a little extra to this fight.
You think Mike fucking Tyson would go for a fix?
Mm-hmm.
I know he probably needs money. I don't think he needs that bad.
No, he's doing very well now.
Yeah,
but he wasn't.
Doesn't he have like a weed farm or something like that?
Oh, he's got all different kinds of shit now.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope Tyson wins.
But I'm saying he doesn't have to be in on it. You know that.
Yeah.
If there's a fix, that doesn't mean that everybody's aware.
True. The
only person that really needs to know is who's putting the fix in and the person taking care of the fix, which could be the ref.
Yeah.
Quick count, early stoppage, any of that comes into play. The ref in boxing has a lot more control than people think.
And also, he is 58 years old, so they may be quick to...
Mm-hmm.
But
you know that there's some doctors saying, hey, if you see something, you need to step. Yep.
I don't know. I think you got to think with years of all the experience he has, even though I'm sure he's lost a step or 5. I think
he can still knock him out.
I hope he does.
I hope he does too.
And
to be honest with you, Jake Paul would become one of the most famous people on earth if he got knocked out. And I think that he cares more about that than he does. I think he cares more about being a household name than he does whatever the outcome of this fight may be. Because how much stout do you have saying I beat a 60-year-old in a boxing match?
And he's so much bigger than
when you're in your 20s, yeah. Yeah.
That's the thing I don't understand about heavyweight boxing.
Yeah. Once it gets
The
to a
difference
certain
in size.
yeah, once it
Like,
gets to a certain weight, they just if you're above it, you're in it. You want to get out of it, you gotta lose weight.
yeah.
So
And they had like what Deontay Wilder fighting at heavyweight. He was like 210 pounds, something like that.
and he was fighting guys 280, 290.
I'm like, I don't get it. It's like
Yeah,
UFC and
but
stuff.
Deontay Wilder ran circles around those guys because he
Yeah,
was in that much better of a shape
true.
till he ran into Fury. But
But there's also UFC
big
Saturday
UFC,
night.
yes,
Big UFC.
yep.
John Jones versus Stipe Miocic. I think John Jones wins.
I mean,
I don't
he's
think
got to be the baddest man on the planet, right?
Yeah.
He's got. I mean, if Dana White says it, I'm kind of taking with that guy. Sees a lot of fights, and he's seen a lot of fighters, professional fighter, people who train to whoop your ass.
Yeah.
They're not just built that way; they train to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So Arthur Jones,
That's his
former
brother.
Baltimore Raven, okay, another professional athlete,
Mm-hmm.
says John always tells a story. It was all fun and games until I got as strong as he was. He goes, he wouldn't come at me. He knows better. Art Jones is twice John Jones' size, twice his size, easily. He goes, he won't come at me. He knows better. That's like Colin saying on an interview, Nick won't come at me. He knows better. Like, I'll fold you up into a square. I just sit on him. I'm so fat. But I'm saying, like, damn, like that is a bad dude right there. Like, you know, he would have went down as the greatest UFC fighter of all time if he hadn't had all them drug issues and everything.
I think he still will.
He probably will, especially if he wins now and then beats Asendal.
Tom Aspinall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If
Which
he wins,
says he doesn't even want to fight him.
he doesn't. No. If he wins, I think Jones can retire because I'm sure he's making probably $5 or $10 million off this fight. He'll make another $5 or $10 million off the next one. And just say, time to call it.
Yeah.
And then Connor and him will box 5 years from now, just
he's way
to
too
make
big
more money.
Yeah.
Oh, it's boxing. It would be an exhibition. They don't give a shit.
True.
Connor was so much bigger than Floyd. Connor was like 3 weight classes above Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
He had to lose some weight because Floyd refused to box him if he didn't.
Yeah.
But he did. He looked anorexic when he fought Floyd.
That's when it all went downhill.
Yeah, well, that's when he became almost a billionaire and just didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fun weekend ahead, man.
Will we ever see Conor McGregor back in UFC?
I think so. I think for one more. But it's got to be big.
It's good. He's got to go on a run.
He's never going to go on a run again.
I don't think he will either.
His runs are done. But there's got to be another guy. It's got to be another guy who makes a run and just can't be stopped. And Dana's like, Connor, you want to come back for one more?
Yeah. As any fight he any fight he goes into, I don't care what this card does tonight, it's not going to be the top selling card. Any Conor McGregor card is going to be up there on the top
bill. Top 5 of all time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
top 5 of all time.
He was supposed to fight Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler's fighting Saturday night against Charles Oliveira. Mm-hmm. So that'll be a good fight. Hopefully Chandler pulls it out, but we'll see.
If he doesn't, I guarantee Connor's the first one on Instagram saying, "Ha, you fucking bum."
Yep.
You're nothing. You trash.
I'm sure he'll do the post where he's like drinking, watching the fights or whatever.
Drinking is proper.
But
dad moment?
After this. We said we were going to do our top 3 Christmas movies.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right, you want me to go first?
You go first. No. Let's do this.
Okay.
Say your number 1 movie. We'll say it at the same time.
Christmas Vacation.
I just said I was going to give a countdown, you dickhead.
All right, do it.
3, 2, 1. Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's number 1. All right. What is your number 2?
Santa Claus. With Tim Allen.
Yeah. Same.
There you go.
I'm not kidding. Yeah, I'm not kidding. All right. This has to be different. It has to be. Go ahead. What's your number 3?
I don't know. I could go a lot of different ways with that.
We'll do our number 3 and then we'll do one honorable mention.
Okay. I'm not gonna say Die Hard because it's, but
You get the comments blowing up. It is a
um,
Christmas movie.
do I go with an actual like? I don't know. Um, I really should have been more prepared for this.
It was your segment.
It really was.
But it's movies, so I don't know why it was your segment, but it was.
That's true. That's a you thing for sure. I will go Four Christmases.
Oh! That's a good one. Okay. That's a good one.
I like that one.
Okay. I like that.
Do I go honorable mention or do you want to do your?
I'll
Third?
do my third, and then you do your honorable mention. My third is Home Alone.
I'm not a Home Alone guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and it could be either one. No, only the first two though.
Okay.
One or the other. They're A and B, A1, A1, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your honorable mention?
What is it? I can't remember the name of it.
Who's
but
in
it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. Yep.
I got you.
I like Jingle All the Way.
There's some sick people in this world. Sick. There's a bomb in. There's a bomb in there. There's some sick people in this world. Put the cookie down. Who told you can eat my cookies? You might have to edit.
But that's one of my favorite ones.
So,
I know. All right.
Uh-oh. Are we changing the whole list?
My number 3.
Oh, boy.
What did I even say was
Four Christmases.
Oh, I don't know.
That is a good one.
My honorable mention would also be Elf.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But my wife likes that one more than I do.
Elf.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's
fair.
My kids love The Grinch.
So my honorable mention is The Grinch simply because of how unique it was.
Mm-hmm.
If I had 2 more honorable mentions to give, one would definitely be the Elf. The other would be the OG of Christmas movies, A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
So
classic.
Plays 24/7 or plays for 24 hours straight on Christmas Day. I know I watch it at least 3 full times on Christmas Day. Just
Bad
sitting there.
Santa.
Yeah. Yep.
Christmas with the Cranks. I like that one.
That was pretty good. Yeah. Bad Santa's definitely up there just because Billy Bob Thornton's a G.
But Polar Express is good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my favorite one is always Christmas Vacation. That's what I gotta watch.
It's untouchable.
Yeah,
it is untouchable.
That is the greatest.
Have you seen all the vacation movies? Do you think you have? Okay, so you've seen Vegas Vacation.
Yep,
that's a great one.
I love Vegas.
That's
Vacation.
it. Vegas Vacation is probably number 2 for me in the vacations.
I agree.
Sequence. So yeah, and then the one in Europe is hilarious.
Yeah,
the one where they travel to California and
go to the park.
And the grandma dies and they strap her to the roof in the rocking chair. That's amazing. Yes. Yep.
I think
So you know what's funny though, right? You know, in A Christmas Story, the eggnog cups are from the first one where they go. That's the mascot, is the moose. People never notice that Easter egg. Yes, I'll be honest. I've been watching it since I was a little kid, but I noticed it a few years ago, and I'm like, when he picks up the glass, and then Eddie's sitting there with the glass, and he's got that white turtleneck, and he's got the just square cutout of the green turtleneck under the white set. You can see the square of the white sweater. And the white shoes and everything with the green pants is amazing. But he's sitting there, and remember, the thing's sitting there spinning, and he just touches it, and it all falls apart. And he's, and Clark's asking him about the kids and everything, and he's, he's in the circus. Married to the yak woman or something like that. God. But
there's an RV.
There's an RV. That's right. Yep. And he's sitting there, and he's holding it. I'm like, what is it? Why is that cup so weird? And I noticed it was the moose from the theme park, from the first original Vacation, National Lampoon's Vacation.
I never picked up on that.
Yep. It's the little things that they throw into some movies that my dumbass picks up. Yeah. And of course, Kate's like, cool. I'm like, all right, you don't get the significance, but okay, no problem.
I
So,
love Christmas Vacation.
yes.
We watch that every single year.
Snots, you roll over, he can't snap his fingers. You roll over, let Uncle Clark scratch your belly.
Oh
My
man.
goodness.
And then I love the part where all the people he works with or whatever are walking by and he
Merry
kiss
Christmas.
his ass.
Merry Christmas. Kiss
Happy
his ass.
Hanukkah.
Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah. Yes.
Oh
That's
man, that's a
great.
classic.
Yep. Oh,
Absolute classic.
Yep.
But
my goodness.
I would say the one that we always watched the night before Christmas was Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I can't wait to start getting into those like routines with Doc and everything. Like this year, obviously, his ass will be asleep by 8:30, but no big deal. But next year, he'll know what we're watching, so to speak, and we'll be able to start getting into some of those routines and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. So, but quick dad moment. This has been a long episode. Let's wrap this up. What do you got?
Oh man.
Or I can go first.
You
You've
can
been
go
going
first.
first. I'll go first. We got another tooth punching through. I thought that he was just trying to drive me crazy, but poor guy's been fighting with a top tooth.
First one?
Finally, first top one.
There you go.
He's got his bottom two. Now we got a first top one coming through. Kate saw it last night when she took him up to change him after he woke up from his nap. And when he came downstairs, I shined the light and I'm like, oh, yep, there it is. So poor guy. I was like, man, Lord, he has tested my patience. But poor little guy was fighting with a tooth coming through his jaw. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, I feel like a dick. But love him. Love the fact that it's coming through. He had French toast for the first time last night as well. That was another first, French toast. We're trying new foods every week. Try to cut him up as small as we can. That way he does the windshield wiper. Doesn't want it. So then I handed him a whole piece of French toast, and he's like,
God damn it.
eating it like a grown man. I'm like, why didn't you say that? I wouldn't have cut it up. He's just, whole thing. Ate a whole piece. Full, just nibbling. And then look at me. Reach over, because he drinks from a cup with a straw already. Had cinnamon all over his face. It was great. I got some good pictures. I'll show them to you. But
That's hilarious.
So that was my dad moment. New top tooth, and homeboy was hammering out some French toast.
I'll go kind of piggyback off of that. We did breakfast for dinner one night. Might have been Monday or something.
A staple in my house.
Yeah.
Once a week.
We do it once a week too.
It's easy to do.
Yeah. But
cheap.
We did like chocolate chip pancakes for the first time for them, and like they were killing it.
Yes, love that.
And so was I. But
oh yeah.
The other thing is we're doing Beer Olympics this weekend
in the neighborhood.
In our neighborhood.
God, you got such a cool neighborhood. My neighborhood, you're either 80 or you're not 80. There's not that many not 80.
Yeah, and we're like we told the kids like, oh yeah, you're gonna go to grandma's on Saturday.
Whoa!
And they're like, oh, why? And Haley's like, they're doing Beer Olympics. I was like, please don't go telling your teachers and stuff. Please don't go tell your teachers and stuff that we're doing Beer Olympics. But hey,
all of a sudden, the next parent-teacher meeting.
How was Beer Olympics?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can get invited. Wow. I love that.
Yeah.
Doing Beer Yes, I love that. That's hilarious. You know, as they get older, they're going to want to get involved, right?
They're always fucking listening. So even if you don't really think they get what you're saying.
Attention. Yep.
So, but yeah.
Love that. I mean, that's an awesome dad moment right there.
We had a birthday party or whatever that we went to a couple years ago or whatever. And it was as my friends were starting to have kids. And we went to one of their houses and they were doing like beer pong or flip cup in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
And we're out there. And I'm just standing there drinking a beer or whatever. And Haley's like, I want to play. And it was funny. She was like the first kid of all of our friends. So like, we're there showing her how to flip the cup, and she's just throwing a ball. Like,
yes,
it all had water and stuff, so it wasn't like actual.
Yeah, Yeah.
So it was,
because you do that when you're adults.
yeah.
You know, when you're in college, you don't care what you're drinking out of. You don't care how many floors the
But
ball
do the
fell
kids
on.
even
But
do that these days?
I don't think so.
We grew up in a different era.
We did a tougher one.
So
That's why our immune systems are that much better.
I agree. I agree.
Yep. So,
All
right.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll see how this week goes.
Till next week.
Yep. Hasta la vista, baby.
There you go. Y'all can guess what movie that was from.